Good morning, everyone. Gina here with Balanced Body Solutions, and we're going to talk about breathing and bracing in the next, this video and two others. It's going to be a 3-video series. The first one, we're just going to talk about basic breathing and getting a full expansion of the diaphragm and rib cage. The second one is going to add in some pelvic floor stabilization, and then the third one is going to add in some bracing, learning how to be able to have movement and keeping the brace and the breathing. So first one is going to be basic breathing. Now when you're talking about basic breathing, it's not as simple as it sounds. When I really started working on breathing a couple of years ago, it actually took me several months to fully get it where I was getting full expansion, and then took a lot of time after that to fully put it all together. I was actually really deficient in my breathing, so you may find the same thing, so don't worry about if it takes you a while to get all of this. So the first thing that we want to start focusing on is the diaphragm. So I'm going to kind of place my fingers here so you guys can see a little bit more, I think, with some expansion. So I take a breath in, and I really try to use my nose for this. You can also do a sniff breath, which is like a big sniff. Sometimes that can quickly expand, kind of like you would a balloon, and it can kind of get things going. So I usually take a few sniff breaths. And then we're going to focus right here, getting expansion of the diaphragm and the rib cage. So you'll see a little bit of my belly moving. My ribs move some. I do still have what I would consider kind of some tightness and restriction around my rib cage, but it's definitely way better than it used to be. So after you've worked on that, there's no set amount of breaths. I would say somewhere between 5 and 10. Past that, I would say, start working on the different areas. Once you kind of have it all together, you might not even have to do that many breaths. So the second phase is going to be focusing on the outside here. So same thing, breathing in, and you're still going to try to get this part to expand, but then we're also going to think about ribs coming out. So you can also, instead of having your fingers like this, you can place your hands around your rib cage, and that can help you kind of feel that expansion. And relax. Now the third part to this is feeling the ribs expand in the back. I have clients over the years that have a tendency to arch their back, so when they take a breath, it'll look like this. That's not what I want. I want you to feel the middle of your shoulder blades pressing down into the floor. So we'll take another breath. And that particular breath is the one that helped me the most. Once I started getting it to expand backwards, I noticed that it expanded a bit better all around. So you may find, everyone's gonna be different in the restrictions. You may find that you're more restricted coming out. Once you get that, chances are everything else is gonna come together a little bit better. So, simple breathing, but definitely gonna be a bit of a challenge for some of you guys. So take your time with it. Something you wanna work on, I would say at least once a day, because you wanna really keep this in your brain. A lot of this is a bit neurologically connected, so really keep working on it. And next time we'll talk a little bit about the breathing and the pelvic floor. Hope that helps.